This is Luton, and this is going to be my second video about improving accuracy. Now, in my last one we talked about a few things, about choosing weapons you weren't familiar with, about burst firing, about playing TDM, and so on and so on. Now this is going to be a little one called Luton's King of the Hill, and I'm not going to lie, in this map I am a bit of a camping whore, but I would argue that that gets balanced out by the fact that when I am staying in one place, what I'm doing is trying to pick constantly medium and long range targets. So it's not like I'm sitting in a corner on Noshar canals in the containers with a shotgun waiting for people to appear. No. What I'm doing is, I'm picking a spot and picking people off at range like this, trying to improve my accuracy. And see there, you're following the target around, making sure that you keep the same level with your gun. So basically, yeah. King of the Hill, where I am right now by this big rock, and you can do this too. Okay, just go onto your server browser, find Wake Island TDM, just search for that and play it like this. Okay, take a gun with a burst fire and just stay over here, just stay at this rock. Now I wouldn't normally advocate staying in one place, but it's TDM, seriously, who cares? And also, let's face it, with the random respawn of this, it hardly makes any odds really, and it's your best chance of building up any kind of decent thing. The other thing was that a lot of people in my last video said, "Oh, Luton, you've cut your footage together," and it's like, well, the reason I did that was because I wanted to show relevant things, and there's long periods of time where there's nothing happening. In that video I was talking consistently about specific points, so there's some times when you do actually want to cut stuff together, so that's why I thought I'd back it up and bring you this one showing just some full gameplay. The other thing I did do was take the M320 just to give me a little bit of long range kick. Yeah, this guy was not happy about this. He kept coming for me after this one. So I've got just the Cobra sight right now. But you could take anything like the ACOG or whatever you want really, whatever sight you're familiar with, it's no worries. There's that guy trying to get the revenge shot. And this is all about just improving and learning your accuracy. Like I've said before, I never considered myself an astonishing player, and with console it's how accurate you can be with the sticks and all the rest of it. But it's all good practice, and the way I generally like to play, and I've kind of got into a habit. What I will generally do when I get on, a lot of people need a bit of a warm-up, so just doing a 1 TDM round is a good warm-up before you start actually doing Rush Conquest or something like that, just to kind of hone your accuracy up a little bit just before you start. It's never a bad thing to have a little warm-up round. And these rounds only take a few minutes. If you're going to be playing, if you're coming on to have a session, which is usually what you do, you come on, you're ready to play for sort of 3 hours or more maybe, 2-3 hours, you're ready for a bit of a game. Just come and do a TDM round. It's only going to take you 10-15 minutes, and you'll get such a lot of concentrated infantry combat in that time. It's really going to sharpen you up, ready for those other rounds, and also just refamiliarize yourself with your gun, because if you're like me and you don't play every single day, because I have, believe it or not, actually have other things to do, you want to kind of just literally sharpen yourself up a little bit before you get into the rounds. Now this is a really good spot, and just out of interest and just a little cross-reference here, when you're playing Rush on this map, be careful of this rock over here, because the rock here, it will be a great staging point for A, because you can see from here you can just move down to that radar station at A, and we played around last night, which we got screwed over by people doing that. I was the only person defending A on the right hand side, and I kept calling out to my guys, and I kept saying, and I kept marking. I was like, there's 4 people on the right, there's 4 people on the right, there's 4 people on the right. In the end, they kind of rushed me, and I got taken down, I got flanked, and they took A. And the only reason for that was because what we had was a tank and Amtrak up on the other side by B, and nobody, our whole team was preoccupied with them, nobody at A except me, and like I said on other videos, if you don't watch the side, if you don't watch the flank, and you don't distribute your team properly, that's what's going to happen. So doing this is a great little round. Also, we played a car canned round, which I may put up. I'll tell you what, yeah, if I get 150 likes on this video, then I'll put up my car canned round as well of TDM. And the gun I'm using is the AN94. If you haven't used the AN94, I suggest you give it a go. It's a really, really nice gun. It's a very accurate burst fire. If you go full auto, it's not such a good gun. Single shot, it's okay as well. Full auto, the recoil is severe, and well, it's not severe. It's pretty strong. You need to have the burst fire. But if you see when I'm burst firing and stuff, and it's good at close range with burst fire as well, as long as you can, you know, clip those triggers off. You can see here I was sort of fairly on target with that guy, but just at this kind of range, it is across the map, and it's not the easiest thing to do. I was running out of ammo as well. Bit of a fail there. I didn't sight him up quickly enough, didn't take him down quickly enough or anything like that. But I ran out of ammo, so you know. Back to my camping spot. Now the thing is, like I've said before, everybody in TDM plays like a... I don't want to say something abusive. You can make up your own thing, but basically, you know what people like. People don't play in a fair way usually on TDM. Well, no, that's not true. It's not fairness. It's just people will win by any means on TDM. So they will take whatever gun is required, and you'll see a lot of shotguns and other stuff like that. See, with the AN94, you can get a nice kind of little stream of rounds going if you get that burst happening right. The funny thing about staying up here on this hill is once people realise you're there and you've got a few kills, they'll all start coming for you, and you end up with this kind of zombie rush where you have 5-6 guys all coming for you. I'm not doing like a particularly smart thing right now, I'm literally just standing out in the open, but as I've said before, it's not always necessary for you to take like really smart cover. I am running away now because I missed that guy and I realised I was exposed. But like I've said before, the thing is, you have to judge each situation on what's going on the ground, and the other team are being fairly suppressed by us, so I didn't feel too endangered to be standing out there in the open. Like if there was 3 or 4 guys over there, they're throwing fire at me, then yeah, sure, I'm going to sit back and cover. But those guys down there on the beach were totally preoccupied by other things, and all I was doing was literally just trying to pick off some targets. There we go, so you're getting hit markers at range. Got 2 on there maybe. I'm not really, you know, trying to pull off any smart-ass shots or, you know, anything like that. Just about accuracy. So I'm just trying to, you know, make myself aware how the gun handles, how you can hit those things at the range there. And that's why I'm staying far away. I could be running up in there, picking up the kills and so on, but that's not going to do what I want to do. I'm practicing, you know, just the gun, how it handles, you know, making sure that, you know, improving my sight on things as well. You know, am I sighting targets well enough? But at this point, I did start to... There was just not enough people coming my way because they're getting pulled down over there. So I thought I'd move up just for that. If you want to make any suggestions for weapons to try on the next one, like if there's something you think that, I mean, I've used most of the guns in the game, but if you think there's a specific one that you haven't seen me use that's worth a go, or you want me to just try out and see what, how, you know, what I think of it or whatever, then post that in the comments and I'll give it a go on a TDM. See how I get on with it. See, there you go with the hip fire on that. It's really nice and accurate. And providing you're not facing a shotgun, you have a reasonable chance of getting a kill. So it's not, you know, the be-all and end-all. Oh, yes. Awesome knife fail there. I do love the knife fails. It does just prove my kind of... There's only one time you should knife someone, okay? In my opinion. The only time you should knife... Well, 2. Actually, 2. There's only 2 times to knife someone. That is to humiliate your clanmate if you're having a laugh and you're playing with friends, okay, as a silly friend thing. And the other time is if you're trying to be genuinely stealthy. Like, there's been several times where I've been on my own facing 3 or 4 enemy, and, you know, they may be in front, all covering the same position. If I start shooting my gun off, they're all going to know that I'm there. Yeah, I'll see. See, this gun does handle well quite at close quarters, you know. have to excuse my voice a little bit. It's like first thing in the morning and I'm a bit blah, blah, blah. But I ended up picking up this guy's LMG, which is not what I wanted at all. I ran out of ammo and I was just like, oh, pick up his gun. I didn't think he would have a stupid LMG on this map, but whatever. Yeah, when it comes to knifing, so yeah, if you're trying to be stealthy, so like if you've got 3-4 people in front of you, you're trying to make sure that you're not made aware of, knife one guy, and then you can go for the the kills on the rest of them. But other than that, there's you're just opening yourself up to the chance of failing, which is not something I like. And God knows, you usually need as much help as you can get to sort of, succeed. See, breaking out the USAS and the Saiga. I think I was rushing them at this point, mainly just so I could die and get my gun back. I don't know what this guy's got set up with this gun, but I'm hating it. It doesn't feel to be handling particularly well at all. And the 249 is usually a pretty stable gun, so I don't know what setup he's got it with there. Back to the lovely AN-94. Which didn't serve me very well right there. Now, see, I went for the aim on that guy, and it really was not necessary. I should have literally just gone for the hip fire. All over the place. Look at this. Absolutely terrible. You can see where I need to improve my accuracy, because at the moment I'm just all over the place. I have like these times where I get quite good kills, and then I'm very, very good at having these sort of close quarter noob fights where I'm just shooting all around the guy, and then he turns around, he's shooting all around me. We both run out of ammo, change to pistols, and we're like da 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 da, and then some guy comes in and kills us both. That was rubbish as well. It's good to kind of look at this. What the hell? I think I've lost it. From having my kind of. I was quite focused at the start of the round. Towards the end, I just started to lose it totally. I was kind of all over the place. Same thing again, just on target there. But that's why it's important to keep playing these things. So I think we're coming up to the end now. That's pretty much been this one. So yeah, that's my unedited footage right there. The A94 basically, yeah, handles really nicely. Yeah, it's a good gun. Try this out for yourself. Not much more to say really. That's why I don't often put up these gameplay videos, because I'm just like, really, what have you got to say? I'm not really the kind of person for just talking random crap, and I don't talk about myself, so I don't have a huge amount to say on these kind of things. As I say, I don't want to get into the habit of putting up constant gameplay without the need. And TDM, there's so little to say about it because you're just running around shooting people, so whatever, But yeah, try this out. Try to get your accuracy up. I know I need to, but I've got a couple of other things today. I've got an interesting one actually about the countermeasures. Again, yes, no knife for you. The sooner I'm done talking about countermeasures, the better, because I'm absolutely sick of it. But apparently people keep posting stuff to me, like, you haven't done this, you haven't done that, this is how you do it, so I've got to look at it. I've got another footage, another assessment of Oman, that's got to come up. I've got a couple of other things. I've got a good one of Grand Bazaar as well, so 3 or 4 videos are to come up. Thanks for watching. Leave your comments, leave your thoughts, tell me how bad I sucked. I know it was very bad. And I'll catch you for the next one, guys. Hope this has been semi-enjoyable. And thanks to Noz and Trev for playing with me. So cheers, and I'll see you for the next one.